Bro, I let you
Um,
up. Go on,
okay.
man.
So I'm gonna say this right now. So before anybody, gets their piece off, I still believe this team is championship team, and that is never gonna change. I'm never
That's
gonna
one
doubt
game,
that
man. That's
shit.
one game. It's
Yeah,
one game. It's
exactly,
one
one
game.
game. But
Yeah.
let me start off first by the most obvious thing before I blame anybody, before I speak on anybody. 9 of fucking 19. 9 of fucking 19, brother. Please. 10 more points. We lost that game by a GP3, GP2 3. 10 more points. Five of those. Just half. And we fucking win that game. So
To
that's
be
the
fair,
first thing.
like GP really shouldn't have shot that. They
That's
had
the first thing. Yeah, my bad. You're right. You're right. I won't blame that on GP, right? Cool. GP is not supposed to be shooting that. Why the fuck is Moody in the game? Why is Moody in the game? And
Because we
and
not playing
Hold on.
Kaminga, that's why.
no, no, no,
Hold
no.
on.
And then
Glorious. Let me say this, right? 9 of 19 from the free throw line. 19 turnovers, and they didn't hit 30 assists, right? So James Harden played 41 minutes tonight. So we had a game against Luca, right? And those teams are struggling. Steph played 32 minutes tonight. James Harden played 41, right? James Harden had 16 assists. He had 12 points. The Clippers had 16 threes. We had 16 as well. James Harden, again, broke down our defense time and time again. He had 16 assists. They had more assists than us because James Harden was breaking down our defense every single play. That's pretty much what it came down to. Again, on
Irk.
top of it, we had 19 turnovers. So we could have survived that. But again, it's the 17, sorry, the 16 assists that James Harden had
You know
tonight.
what the funniest
How
thing about this?
how
The
many times
news.
did you see somebody have like a wide open three? You know
You
what
know
I'm
the
saying?
funniest
Nigga,
thing
Because
the
we
about
normal
this
OD.
Like,
game is that
this
the
is what I
normal
want them to
power
this is
play.
realize,
almost the
right?
same game. This
This
is
is what I
do you
want them to
you guys
realize.
realize that?
Let like put somebody in front of fucking James Harden and don't overhelp, because I don't know where this overhelping is come from. Overhelping is what killed
Urkel.
us tonight.
I don't know what it is when we play the fucking Clippers, but we just lose our fucking head. We play everybody else we've played, right?
No,
Every
but but
single
but
person
but
we've
y'all
played,
are
right?
yeah, all right. Go back and look how many assists he had the last game, right?
Exactly. He had the same amount. He had the same amount as
Norm Powell was 5 of 6 from three tonight, right? Derek Jones didn't go off like he went off last game, right?
Zubac
Nicholas
also
Batum
did.
had three threes, right? So again, the last
Urkel.
game, hold on. The last game, just look at, like, they damn played against Memphis, right? Memphis had no type of guy that can put pressure on the rim, none of that. You feel me? So that's essentially what happened in the game. Their defense got broken down. Point of attack got broken down. And at some point, you know what I'm saying? Like I know Kerr doesn't like doing this and we were behind and all of this stuff, and you're gonna hear the excuses. But Kaminga can't just play
Urkel, can I?
19
I
minutes,
was just
bro.
about to ask you that. Why do we need somebody that can break down the defense and this motherfucker is sitting on the fucking bench? Like this
I
shit
don't
is
know
crazy, bro.
Because they can't
because you
make
know what?
freaking free throws.
I mean, oh,
I,
bro. Okay,
I,
listen.
No,
Cool.
no,
Wait,
no.
wait,
But the
wait,
flip
listen.
side of that, hold
Wait.
up.
Can Andrew Wiggins shoot free throws? What the
He
What
fuck?
is
shot
the
6 of 8
hold
today,
on?
bro.
Now,
He
what is the point of you
he
going
shot
to the
six of
free
eight
throw line
today.
if you
Like,
cannot make free
one of
throws?
four, 1 of 3, 1 of 2, 0 of 2. Like,
What is the point of
I
you getting to
cannot,
the free throw line if you
can
cannot
I
make free
add?
Yeah,
throws?
nobody else
Please
that can.
answer
Nigga, I
me.
watched Draymond run around in a circle in the last 3 minutes of the fucking game, and Kaminga can't get in that bitch. What the fuck are
And
we doing?
you know what's pissing me off, bro? We play everybody the way how we support. When we're playing Luca, we say we limit the Luca playmaking so Luca doesn't play make as much. Every fucking person they go off, they have their 30 or 40, but you check their assists, they have none. They have straight fucking turnover. But guess what? James Harden. Somehow we have fucking James Harden PTSD or some shit, and we just let this nigga play make. The fat ass is 4 of 14. He is 4 of 14. I can assure you, there's somebody on the
He
bench
others killed you
who
tonight, just like
who
the
who
previous game.
who is watching the fucking scoreboard and wait, James Harden is 4 of 14. Why are we sending? I'm watching a play, right?
Dry
Let me tell
doubling
you
for
this
what,
specific
bro?
play.
What? Dry over
Let me
helping
tell you
for
this
fucking
specific
what,
play.
bro?
So Steph is playing James Harden, or Wiggins was playing James Harden. Then Steph comes over, double him, and guess who's open, fucking free falling at the 3 point line? Norman Powell. So not only do we help off on a shooter, so we don't. So not
But
only
we're
do we
helping
double
up.
team, but we help off on a fucking shooter. The nigga that is 5 or 6 the entire game. That
It
shit
wasn't
makes
5.
no
Crazy.
sense.
Stupid.
In
Fuck.
the
Can y'all hear
clutch,
me, or is my mic
in the clutch.
messed up?
Your mic is messed up, bro.
Yeah, your shit is cooked, my boy.
All right.
Bro, those fucking those turnovers from Dre and
What's up?
Steph,
What's
bro.
up?
You know
What's
what
up?
you know what the most gut wrenching part about this is? You actually ended up with less turnovers than them. They had 20. We had 19.
Yeah.
You actually won the points off turnover battle. You went
Yeah,
plus
Yeah.
one.
I'm
the
just confused on why the
It really
only.
is the free throws that killed you
I'm just
tonight.
confused on why
Nothing
the only
else.
other
No,
administrator on the
bro.
roster is sitting on the bench the last 6
I
minutes
got
of
a
the game, bro.
question.
Shit don't make no fucking
This
sense.
nigga Steve Kerr, bro.
bro.
This
Can
shit
y'all hear
don't
me?
make no fucking sense, bro. We
Yeah,
watched
we
the
hear
nigga
you,
get
bro.
downhill and transition for the 2 quarters he fucking played. That nigga Steve said, we good. Moses
You know
Moody.
Yeah.
why?
Like, all
Because
right, bro.
you know why?
Can y'all
You
hear
know
me?
why? Can I tell you why? Yeah, but give me a second. Can I tell you why? Because Steve Kerr likes Melton at the 2 so much, he does not want JK to come in, play well, and then when Melton comes back, he has to be like, who am I gonna put on the bench now? Because he likes Melton at the 2 that
Hey,
fucking much,
listen, bro.
and he
Listen,
just
listen.
hates fucking
I
Kaminga.
I can't be
don't
too mad because this shit bigger than us, bro.
I don't know what kind of logic that
Did you
is.
Every
guys
game the
watch
Hold
the
on.
Clippers
fourth
win,
quarter,
bro,
man?
you feel me?
I
It's
got
really
one
good for the
question.
league. I can't lie.
Can I ask my question?
Go ahead.
Why do we need pads for real? Like, he's too small. He can't play. He can't pass. He can't score. He can't defend. Kaminga is on the bench. Like, why do we need pads? I don't understand.
He don't do nothing, bro.
I really don't get it.
I'm not
I
gonna
really don't
lie,
get
the
it.
This
nigga
man
really
said
don't
Him and
do
pads.
Draymond
anything.
just running around in circles
It's
together, bro. That shit is
fun.
sad.
Like pads or fucking pods or whatever. Like
I mean,
Pads.
Draymond
Bro,
actually gets some
the man is
defense
Bro, with
that
sometimes.
nigga
Pies
be
and
he's
Draymond on the
sitting. He
small,
court,
need
these
bro.
to
niggas
look
be
at
ring
the
the
He's
rim,
too
bell,
man.
small.
see, pocket full of posies, ashes,
He's too
ashes.
small. He
We
can't
all
shoot.
fall down.
Like, he
That's
can't shoot.
crazy.
He
We
can't
lose
shot
a
free
game and now
throws.
we
He
sound
can't
like
defend.
crackheads on
Like,
Spaces, bro. That's crazy.
No,
I
because
can't.
no,
Hold on.
you,
This is where the game was lost, y'all. 19 turnovers. The Clippers had 17, right? 3 areas where we lost the game. It wasn't on the glass because we had more rebounds than they did. We have more offensive rebounds. We had 12 steals, right? But the game was lost 3 places. It was lost turning over the ball. It was lost at the free throw line. And James Harden had 16 assists. You know what I'm saying? And I said it the
So
last game. I was like,
defensively,
don't let James Harden. I would rather the motherfucker score 35, 40. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, bro.
If he's gonna
Look,
break you down like that, like if he's gonna break you down like that, and he's gonna break down your defense, it is gonna hurt you, right? Because some nights guys are gonna make shots, some nights they're not. But he shot 47% from three, and like I'm not gonna complain about the free throws, bro. Like, they made their free throws, right? That foul at the end of the third quarter, that's not a foul, bro. I'm sorry. That's not a foul.
I can't even
bro, they
go back
lost
and
by
look at
3
that
points, and
shit.
you're not gonna
Like,
complain, and you're not gonna talk about the free throw. It's been a
no,
issue
no,
all
no.
season, man.
Like,
This is the game that you ended up getting got because you couldn't make enough free throws. Imagine if you don't make half of the ones that you missed. You
You
win
know,
the
in those
game.
basketball movies where they have these niggas like do 500 free throws or they have to make 20 or something in a row before they can leave. I need every one of these motherfuckers doing that shit every practice. At the end of every practice, you
Glorious.
cannot leave if you don't hit 50 in a fucking row because this shit is insane.
Glorious. Flip the locks on the door. You can't get out until every last one of you motherfuckers. You're gonna
Bro,
have to make
and mind
100
you,
in a
these
row.
Everybody.
niggas are
Did we
MP.
have a
Bro,
timeout at the end of
these
the
niggas
game?
are
Do we have a
NBA
timeout?
players, bro. This shouldn't be
They
happening.
actually did.
I think
They
I,
did have
Man,
a
I ain't gonna lie.
timeout
they
at the
We
end.
should have
they
called it,
did.
bro. We could have subbed out
No,
GP2 and put in like a
Why
shooter
were
or
we
something.
even going for a
yeah,
three, anyways?
Hey, why the fuck did he shoot that
because we
shit?
needed a
Wesley Waters was
three.
right
No,
there
May
with
I
we
the
say
ball.
didn't.
something, please?
We could have
Why wouldn't
we
we?
could have taken the easy two and fouled.
May I say
Yeah,
something?
but then
No,
again,
That's
it's
a
stop
not
risky
playing.
fouling.
game,
But yeah,
though,
because then
Shadow.
it's
That's a
not
risky
fouling
game.
That's
out.
not a
Playing
risky
game.
game.
Shut
You
up.
had
It's
a
not a risky
timeout.
game.
No,
Why are we
because the way
taking
we're shooting
threes?
free throws,
They
like,
know it. The reason why the shot clock went down is because they knew they kept on trying to get it to Steph. Wiggins was wide open for like 15 minutes
was
down there.
past it.
They could have fucking Lindsay could have cut to the basket because no man was fucking on him, and GP2 could have stayed bum baseline. It was fucking dumb. Did you guys actually watch the fourth quarter, the defense that we were playing?
There was good defense.
Guys,
God,
let's not get
you mean
Actually, it wasn't
you
that good.
mean wait? You mean the defense of leaving Mr. 5 of 6 open, Mr. Norman Powell open at
I
the
mean,
free
that
throw
was
line?
just a
That
bad
defense?
rotation, bro. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
because
Like that was a rise of action.
because
That
that's
nigga
part
just
of their
Yeah,
fucking.
defense.
but
That's
bad
part of their
rotation.
defense.
But there's a 6'7" guy sitting on the bench
I know.
who played
That's Steve
19
Kerr
minutes.
fault.
Crazy.
Wiggins
Got to the rim every time
Wiggins
he
and
touched the ball.
Kaminga
Damn
didn't play
near.
1 minute together.
And you know
Meanwhile,
what's
back at the ranch, they're literally a plus 11 together.
and you know what's so funny about this shit is that I'm pretty sure Steve Kerr sat out Kaminga in that last because he was worried about the off-ball defense. We have Lindy Waters and Moody letting Norman Powell just go off, just be
Bro, the
open
man
at the
was at like
three-point
a
line.
+6, and people were mad at one defensive rotation, and these guys missed like 9 defensive rotations in the second half, bro.
Like, this shit is so infuriating to watch because when we lose against the Cavs and we get blown out, I can say live right. Niggas didn't play, but losing to fucking James Harden, bro.
No,
James
we should
Harden
on a back to back, nigga. On a
kills
back
me,
to
No, we
back.
just
man.
got out coached. That's one. Two,
Bro, Tyler
the free
runs
throws.
circles
The free
around this
throws were
nigga.
bad. The free throws were. I'm gonna be honest. The free throws are bad, but they're not as bad as the turnovers, man. We have live ball turnovers. Those are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Live
Is my
ball
mic still
turnovers.
cooked?
Just throwing it
Fam,
all over the
Draymond
fucking
threw it to
place.
the guy 3
He
times.
literally threw it
He
to the
literally
guy
threw it to the guy
in
3
his hands,
times,
in
bro. I
his
It
don't.
it
fucking
I,
hands.
it
I
That
actually
nigga
don't
honestly
even
Dad
care
ran
about the
around
free
in a
throws because we
circle
still could have won this game.
with 30
it
minutes left
honestly
in the
looked
game.
like every time he tried to throw a pass, he was second guessing
That
it the
nigga ran.
second he
No,
Mm-hmm.
let
that
go of
nigga
it.
ran
Bro,
around in a circle.
it's just
Yo,
crazy,
is my
bro.
mic still cooked?
No,
No,
You
you
you're
sound,
good,
you
bro.
sound a
Until
lot
this
better
change
now.
the
you
way they
sound better. You
start
Okay,
sound
playing,
better.
okay, okay.
it's gonna be like
Can I
that.
say something?
This
Go
Can I
ahead.
change
Go
say
of
ahead.
something
Go
pace
real
ahead.
is
quick?
bad,
Man.
guys. It's a bad
Like
stuff, bro.
watching the fourth quarter, there was a bunch the defensive breakdowns. Every single time James Harden has the ball, there's 4 persons in the paint for no reason. And another thing, Steph, when we were down like
You
7,
hear me?
like 2 minute run where they were to get back in the game where they were passing the ball to nobody else and caused like 3 turnovers consecutively. That made no sense.
No, I mean it's really fucking stupid. We
Yeah,
kind of
that's the again 3 spots where the game was lost tonight. Um, and I'm gonna rank them. The highest one is turnovers. The second highest is the overhelping on James Harden, and the third were the free throws.
can you
That's how I
fucking
rank it tonight.
imagine? No, because
How
I
would you
watched one
rank
of the
it?
play.
Because that's
I would
No,
literally
rank
where we
that's
lost
the
the
good.
game.
Okay,
That
hold on,
is
hold
a
on.
good
I would
ranking.
rank it at free throws number one because all you had to do was make half of your misses and you win the game.
No,
Because
but
you
it
lost a
shouldn't have
3-point
been
game.
there.
You
It
should
shouldn't have been there.
you lost a 3-point game and you missed 10 fucking free throws. Are you telling me that you can't hit half of those fucking free throws and you don't win the game?
It is Harden. It is Harden.
Harden is number 2 on the
Turnovers.
causes of
No,
why
it's
you lost the
Harden
game. He's number
turnovers
2.
then free throws. Because guess what? If we clean up all the other shit, the free throws wouldn't matter. Because why am I watching? Listen, this happened 3 to 4 times on Moody and Lindy Waters. Why am I watching? James Harden is at the top of the key with Steph on him, but I see fucking Lindy Waters and Moody at the free throw line while they're guarding Powell. And the nigga has not missed the entire fourth. He has bagged every fucking three, and he's been open every. And it's like, why? Because you know what you're calling for. Even if you do get back, you're probably not on balance. So he blows by you. He gets to the rim, and he probably gets a layup or a foul. And that shit kills the game. That shit kills you.
I
Why are we leaving shooters open?
I think
We're helping our fucking
If
shooters.
anything, I'd rather give up the 2 than the 3, bro. If the nigga's
Exactly.
not missing, bro, like just stay the fuck home, bro.
And James Harden, the entire game is 4 of 14. So the nigga is not even playing well to
And
justify
it's
it,
like, bruh,
bro.
if James Harden
4
beat
of
me to the rim with 3
14.
minutes left in the game, so fucking be it.
So exactly, dog.
what
But no,
one
nah, man.
one of the
Like,
major things I think Steve really needs to do, he needs to talk to Draymond and Steph. I get that
Please, man.
they are the elder men on the team, but this turnover thing that they have, if those guys not turning over the ball, it sets
It's not
an
gonna refresh
example
the
for
team. Like,
everybody else.
Thank you,
Hey
man.
guys,
it should
hey
make you
guys,
trickle down effect,
That's
bro.
exactly the
Because
point.
Well,
there,
with all due respect, he's not gonna say shit. He's
there,
not
there,
gonna say
Hell nah, he
shit.
not gonna say shit, but it's
there was
like,
a
Them
play.
brothers.
There was a play at the end of the game where Steph came down and he had two persons on him, and Andrew Wiggins was directly beside him with the open layup, and he decided to go up for the layup with two persons on him and got blocked. I was like, Steph, what are you doing?
And you know what?
Yeah.
This is
What pisses me
crazy.
off? Dudes brothers
Not
by
only
yo,
that, but
themselves
That's
guys,
a
I
bang
mean,
bang
had
we
play,
started the
nine
right?
game too, guys.
turnovers,
I
bro.
mean, we
He
started the
probably
You know
should
game
have
why he's not
passed the
gonna?
ball to
You know
Wiggs
why he's
right
not gonna
there.
say
This
shit?
is a
Because
game where we miss
we're not
Melton.
bottom 10 in turnovers.
we starting the game very
What
slow.
what does
Bro,
that
bro.
I'm
have
gonna
anything
tell
Hey,
to
you
do
guys,
with
every
Melton?
last
bro, I
fourth
got a
quarter,
He's
question,
not
man.
gonna say
bro.
shit. I'm
Bro, I got a
telling you.
question, bro. Why is it that every time that these niggas play, Kerr gets outcoached by Tyloo every game, bro?
I
We're
No,
don't
but
six
you're
get
hold
it.
on,
out of
hold
the
on, hold on,
six
hold
out
on.
of 7 games
You
we
know,
lost.
like so I seen this in the Mavericks game as well, right? James Harden played 41 minutes tonight. Steph Curry played 32 minutes tonight. Nobody played over 32 minutes. So you know what Ty Lue did? Ty Lue, all he did was just extend James Harden's minutes. You know that, right? It's the same shit that they did. It's the same shit they did with Luca the other night.
Bro, I'm watching this shit and it's like it's
Hold on,
every
glorious,
time,
glorious,
man.
glorious, glorious, glorious. Do you understand that? So what these coaches just did, and Dallas almost won that game. So what they're doing is that they're extending the stars minutes into the bench rolls minutes, right? And then they're having so it just depends on how you look at it, right? Like when they play Golden State, they're just extending that star's minute because they know what Kerr is going to do. They
You
know
know
that
what,
Kerr
Urkel?
is just going to keep the minutes at around 30, 32 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
You know what,
So
Urkel?
I watched it
That's
happen the
fine.
last game. And then James Harden, if you look at when Steph was off, look how many playmaking opportunities he created during that time, right? So that's a problem right there.
Urkel,
And
that's fine. But what kills me
well,
is that the bench unit that they put in for the extended James Harden minutes played James Harden better than our fucking starters, bro. That doesn't make sense. Why is the bench outplaying our starters, dog? Why?
yeah.
Why am I watching that shit? You're veterans, man. Especially fucking Draymond. Nothing he did on defense made up for the shit that he did on offense, bro. He's throwing bro. The people are literally going to Draymond and just fucking requesting the ball, and he's fucking giving it to them, man. He looks at somebody, he sees them there, he just throws it, bro. Why?
Draymond
We
get that
we
help.
look
Ooh, a
so
piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of
Draymond and
candy.
Steph had 9 turnovers. 9 turnovers. That should not
And
be.
imagine, and mind you, a bunch of them were just like toss ups, like throwing random shit.
Exactly. Just bullshit.
Exactly.
I can
Like the
understand
last one, the last
the
one.
defense
Oh, I got you.
being suffocating, but some of the shit was just fucking
Yo,
stupid.
glorious. There was the one I think it was at the 3 minute mark. The nigga drives and he's trying to find Steph. He drives, turns around, throws it to where Steph's not, and then fucking Coffee hits it, and then Curry hits it, and then it's not about turnover. I'm like, bro, what do we do?
Warriors look
If you
like they
guys
were
don't
in the
mind, I
last
just
two
want to
bad
give
games
out some quick hitters.
Yeah,
more
sure.
than the Clippers. We
Sure.
played
Go
so
go,
bad
Jim.
because Clippers are on a back to back game, so we come out and looks like the team we were playing last night. And then the start of the game, the way the Warriors are playing right now, it's really not good because they keep going really slow. And then when they're trying to hype up the intensity, it's too late. That's where the motivation, that's what we need from the starters. They come in, they were not playing. They were playing really slow, and then I don't know for some reason when the bench come in, and then it's too late. So man, let's not be emotional. So this is something we can fix, but hey, it's all on Kerr.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that it's something that we can't fix. It's 100% something like we're, bro. I think we're just a better team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the miscues tonight is really, really what just got under my skin. You know what I'm saying? So It's really more that than anything. It was just miscue after miscue after miscue after miscue, right? So that's it. It's not like the world is ending or anything like that, right? I'm just like
Of
looking
course,
at
of course.
the terrible miscues tonight, right? Like again, I cannot believe, and I told y'all in the pregame that this was a fucking trap game, bro.
Yep.
I told y'all this was a trap game, right? It's Los Angeles, right? And they're looking at the Clippers and they're like, the Clippers are not that good, like that
Yeah,
shit ain't gonna
yeah,
happen again.
yeah,
The Clippers
And
are
yeah.
not
bro,
that
they
good.
literally let that shit
What?
happen again.
Mm-hmm.
They've literally won their last 4 games. How are they not good?
And then
No,
How
Steve
they
Kerr is
beat?
that's
coaching
not true. They haven't
most
won
of the
their
time.
last four
Steve Kerr
games. They're
is
like
coaching
five
It's
and
most
just
of
that
five.
the
they
That's
can
not true.
actually win their games. They lean on their defense. Like they're
Yeah.
not a good team. The hell?
uh,
I,
uh,
I
um,
I feel like Steve Kerr is playing
Urkel,
is
do
coaching
you
with
think
emotion too.
there's something? Do you think there's something to us losing to Ty Lue and Kenny acting to two persons that are close with Steve Kerr and knows how he plays? Do you think there's something to that, or it's just by coincidence?
Bro,
What are
I
we
don't
No,
talking
know.
that
about here,
definitely has
man?
some merit. I will give you that one. That has some merit because obviously, like Ty Lue knows Steve Kerr like nobody else besides like Mike Brown and Kenny Atkinson, right?
But
Not only that, Ty Lue was on the Olympic staff with Steve, so of course, he's gonna know all his actions. Not to mention all the fucking finals runs that we had to play against him. Like, come
and
on.
then mind you, you would think that Kerr would like adjust and try to run something different, but man, he continues to run motion where he sees the shit's not working. It just doesn't make sense.
Jim, you want to say something?
Yes.
Go ahead, Jim.
Listen, man. I think Steve Kerr is allergic to greatness. He, I don't know how many times I have to say this every single time they play the Clippers. Zubac is there all day and night. They can take advantage of him, get him out of the paint all day if they wanted to, but they don't. They want to come out lackadaisical, play the motion. It's not working. This is one of those teams that can snuff out all the bullshit of the motion offense. You guys keep
Thank you.
complaining about the turnover. Let me talk. You guys keep complaining about the turnovers. Well, why does it keep happening? Do they turn the ball over nearly as much when they actually play with purpose and attack the weaknesses of the other teams? No, they don't. When they turn the ball over throughout the years has always been when they play nonsensical motion offense without any purpose. There's no purpose to it. Steph is being passive and all this stuff. And you guys saw what happened towards the later part of the game when they actually started bringing Zubac up, right? Third quarter started. They involved him in some action. Steph Curry got 2 3-pointers going in like a minute and a half span, and they got their momentum back, right? And it just doesn't matter. It's like, okay, well, we ran that and that worked, but we're just gonna go back to doing the stuff that is lackadaisical and it risks losing these games. And if you want to come out casual, you don't want to take care of, you don't want to take advantage of mismatches that are right in front of you. Okay, then Steve, do those things and blow games like this for no good reason. I've been doing nothing but giving him praise because, well, what have we been seeing for against teams like OKC, the Mavs? The Mavs, they should have lost that game too, by the way. They didn't because Steph Curry was going ham and going haywire. And, and he wasn't doing those things tonight. And it's like, well, if the coaching staff tells him to be more aggressive and do those things, well, maybe they wouldn't be throwing the ball all over the place, turning it over left and right. So, those are problematic. Number one. Number two, they continue to, mess up these rotations. What was that closing lineup? Lindy and Buddy and Steph and Wiggins at the 4 and Dre at the 5. Like, that lineup is going to lose 9 out of 10 games in closing situations if you run that lineup. So, none of this makes any sense. And tonight, this was a classic Steve Kerr disaster class. I hate that lineup where Slow-Mo is at the 5. I don't think he's a 5. I think he's more of a 4. You have to be able to identify the positions of your damn players. I'm so tired of talking about this, and they've still not been fully able to figure this out. If I can see right from the jump that you're going to throw out that lineup, and I'm going to know right away that lineup is going to gain no momentum. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got Slow-Mo at the 5. Okay, not great. You got JK at the 4. Not great. You got Buddy at the 2 or 3, whatever. Now you have these, it's just a bunch of, these pieces don't fit together, and you don't want to run lineups like that for too long. They go on lulls and they lose momentum. It happens anytime I see them run lineups like that. They lose momentum. They blow 30-point fucking leads, and it's like, hey, come up with better combinations. Come up with better balance. It's not working. Okay, so these are some of the key issues where the team just, the bench has been so good, but if you run out a lineup like that, where was Trace? Trace in that third quarter was really good, was he not? They got out to a 17-9 start that third quarter, by the way. All right, and then they hit a 3-point shot, and then Trace left the game, and then it just kind of started going downhill from there. And then fourth quarter, Trace is nowhere to be found. They're playing this tiny ass, dumbass lineups, defensively lacking lineups. Lindy and Moody and these guys, some of you guys were talking about it. Well, those guys are not great, closeout guys. You see how much slower their reaction time is compared to a guy like GP2 or Wiggins, right? So when you have multiple guys like that out on the floor at the same time, and by the way, James Harden shot 4 of 14 from the field. How about you let him see if he can actually score better than that? 4 of 14 from the field, instead of just letting him be greater than what he actually is and treating him like 2017 Harden or something. This is ridiculous. The guy is living off of reputation more than actual ability. Do you guys know what he's shooting from the field this season? 34% from the field. Do you do any scouting report? What, the guy's shooting 34% from the field. Why are you treating him like Luka Doncic? Why are you treating him like a premier top, offense in the world or something like that? While the rest of his teammates are completely going off. They're hitting shots all day, left and right. What did they shoot? 47% from the 3-point line. At some point, make an adjustment. These adjustments came too freaking late. Like I said, classic Steve Kerr disaster class. If you want to win games, do the right things that help you win games. Take advantage of mismatches and put out the correct fucking lineups, for crying out loud, and things should be fine. But if they decide to get casual, we're off to a great start now. Surely now we can go back to all the old stuff that we were doing that never worked, and that should be fine now that we're 10-2, right? Nope. Now you're 10-3. Good job.
I'm glad that Jim spoke on it because honestly, man, that has been my biggest thing with the Warriors this entire time.
I'm gonna piss off some of the fan base by saying this too. By the way, this Kuminga and Moody situation off the bench is neither here nor there. These guys, there's no definitive answer as to what they're going to be by the playoffs. I don't think these guys are ahead of the veterans that are on the team. Come playoffs and shit hits the fan and you need absolutely reliable players across the board. It's going to be Slow-Mo ahead of Jonathan Kuminga. It's going to be Melton and GP2 ahead of Moody. And these guys are not going to get a lot of playing time. Let's say they run into the Grizzlies, for example. JK is not going to be very useful in that series. Sorry to break it to you. These pieces, if you want to be ultimately the most serious team, gunning for the championship, you cannot miss this opportunity, right? 5th championship, you can see how good they are. They're it's like they're right there, but there are these little holes and cracks that they need to figure out. The 12-man rotation shit, you can see what that does in terms of the starting lineup, not being able to play the proper minutes that regular starters should be playing in games like this, right? Because you got to play 11 guys, 12 guys on every single night. I don't know how much longer that's going to go for, but that in the playoffs, that's going to have to get shortened. And if this is not going to work out, if they're going to be incomplete players, they're going to have these weird assholes that you can't have from championship caliber players, well, then you might want to consider consolidating these guys for that one singular piece that makes more sense. For example, I'll give you the perfect example: GP2 and Buddy Hield. These guys are useful players in their own ways, offensively, defensively, right? But if you would love it if you could find a player that has both of those guys' skills rolled into one. That is DeAnthony Melton. Go get consolidate some of these guys on your roster that doesn't make sense for what you're trying to do, all right? And then get that more definitive veteran-like player, and you're just like, oh, this motherfucker, like we say about Melton when he's healthy, right? Hopefully they can find a piece like that and make a deal to really bolster the situation, because I'm sorry, it's too inconsistent. On a game-by-game basis, it's like sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. You can't really have this. You have to have a sense of consistency. And so it sucks to say that. Obviously, it's been an amazing start for the Warriors. But big picture, you can see how these things are going to play out come playoffs. And that's what matters the most, right, guys? So these are my thoughts on it for now. Like, I don't feel good about saying these things. I don't feel good that they haven't evolved to the point where I could be like, oh shit, Moses Moody has reached the next level. He's so good right now that, like, man, sometimes he should play over Melton. Like he's that good. I can't say that about him, and I can't say that about JK either. And obviously Potts has been struggling like crazy. Right? It's all the biggest some of their biggest problems is it all comes from their youngest guys. Aside from Steve Kerr doing goofy stuff, right? So these are some things to consider. With the season continuing, and the Warriors are going to be fine for the most part. But if you don't shore these things up, it's going to flare up by the time they get to the playoffs. That's all I got.
Hey, Erk, tell me who you want to close the game with, like the roster that we have available, because we got guys out. Who do you want to close the game, bro? Like, I just want a definitive like closing five.
Put the fucking Wings out there, dog.
I literally tweeted that you literally have Moody and Lindy on the court together. Like, Wings must be illegal in your lineup. I swear, man.
Well, I mean,
Wiggins and
wanted
Kuminga not 1 minute, but yet they're a +11.
Wings are illegal for some reason.
I wanted Wiggins and Kuminga out there, but folks are saying that Kuminga can't play defense. So,
brother, did you see Norman Powell? He took 6 wide open threes, and Kuminga was not on the court.
well, that's why I'm asking. Like, what do we want to do?
There's nothing. I don't know what their eyes were seeing, but they're seeing the wrong thing.
I'm trying to tell you guys, how many years are we going to do this with Steve Kerr and these guys? It's the same story over and over again. Why aren't they using Moody? Why aren't they using JK? This is going to continue to happen, and it's not going to stop, and it's especially not going to stop in the playoffs, man.
Jim,
that's just a fact.
Lindy, with all due respect, I love Lindy. He's our 14th guy, and he's starting. He was our 14th guy on our team.
Exactly.
He barely made the roster, okay? And he played 28 minutes. Jonathan Kuminga played 19 minutes. There is no possible way on God's green earth is Lindy Waters in the same stratosphere defensively as Jonathan Kuminga.
Not even close.
It was stupid. 6'7", 6'8". Wiggins need to play with him. And all this, anyways, that shooting 12 shots for Wiggins, that shit is dead after tonight. I promise you will never see him shoot 12 shots again. I promise you that. That's one. Number two, we need to be who we are. We are a defensive-minded team. Did you see in the fourth quarter when man said fuck this and started flying around and they started? Draymond didn't play well, but at least when the rubber hit the road, he said, you know what? It's time to strap up. Wiggins said it's time to strap up. At the end of the day, it's James Harden. There is no double needed for James Harden. Yes, that is the scheme. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to trust your guys. You don't have to leave shooters open. Coffee, bro. Amir Coffee was damn near out the league if he didn't go back to the Clippers.
Even Terrence Mann was making 2 threes today, and he's been having
like, come on, bro.
Here.
Come on, these are we know what James Harden is trying to do. He's trying to foul bait. That's why he doesn't get that bullshit off on Wiggins, because Wiggins knows to stay on the ground and keep his hands away and keep it moving. Lindy and all these guys don't have the experience. He shouldn't be on the court. He's a fine player, but we can't have our wing who's 6'7", who's dynamic, athletic, can do multiple things, and can at least be a body in front of Norman Powell. You couldn't tell me that Jonathan Kuminga couldn't have guarded Norman Powell in the clutch?
You're telling me he can?
Yeah, 100%. Better than Lindy.
All right.
Better than Moody. 100%.
Facts.
I agree.
Well,
Facts.
okay, if that's the case, then
Sorry to break this to you. None of them are great defenders. Don't need to lie about who they are defensively anymore. They're not that good defensively. They are not like really plus defenders. You don't look at Kuminga and be like, oh yeah, if you're another NBA team, you're not looking at him and being like,
he's been clearly, Jim, come on, cut it out, man. In the last 7 games, Jonathan Kuminga has been a plus on on defense.
True.
Facts. I agree.
He's been a plus. He went to the bench. He's been doing 17 in a game, and he was closing games, and he was amazing in those games he closed.
Oh, by the way, I wouldn't even be opposed to the idea of him being being on the floor as long as he's at the 3. They put him at the 4 again tonight. How much longer are they going to continue to make that dumbass mistake for? How long?
Right. That's crazy.
Who is holding down the defense when you put out a lineup like that? You got Slow-Mo and you got JK, and those are your primary at power forward and center. Who is holding down your defense when you're doing that? Nobody. Coaching staff. Hello? Am I taking crazy pills? Why is it that only I can see this? Come on, man. How many years do we have to talk about this? You want to make your defense stronger, make sure that you have proper guys out there that play those roles.
You know what the Warriors need to do? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You know what the Warriors need to do? They need to call it Masai Ujiri, and they need to offer either Kuminga, Moody, or Pods for Jakob Poeltl. If the Warriors get Jakob Poeltl and his screening ability next to Curry, game over.
Am I being trolled by now? I did not just hear.
Bro, have
Bro,
you
is
seen
this
what Jakob Poeltl's been
2021,
doing?
bro? Hell no.
Bro, we're
Come
not
on.
talking about trades right now.
Come on, man. Be
Can I
fair.
can I
Sir,
can
I'm
I
being
ask
trolled.
can I
I'm
can I
being
ask a
trolled.
genuine
I did
question?
not just
This-
hear that.
What?
I just want to ask a genuine question from like a, and I appreciate you bringing me up, Urkel. I love the space. I listen to you guys all the time.
I'm
Genuine
dead
question.
serious. I've been watching the Raptors recently, and I've been seeing what Jakob Poeltl's just doing them. He's perfect for us.
Genuine question from like an outsider's perspective, because I'm a Dallas fan. Man, I watched the whole game tonight. So like the 12-man rotation, and this is a genuine question. I swear anybody can answer it. The 12-man rotation. Do you guys think, and just speaking this year, mid to long term, do you think it's going to do more? It's going to be more beneficial or more detrimental to the team?
I think it's detrimental.
Then
Okay, and I genuinely just wanted to know how you guys feel about that,
Yeah.
because it's interesting. Because like from a basketball perspective, like if anybody who's played basketball on any level, like just from a human perspective, like watching Kuminga on the bench and these dudes on the bench, it's tough. Like when you're like basketball is a game of rhythm, and so like having a rotation that long is pretty interesting. Like to see like the Warriors do something like this, and like
Listen, hold on. That 12-man rotation lost us the game tonight. How did it lose us the game tonight? James Harden was out there, extended minutes, and those long rotations were just getting fried.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
right.
not even an advocate of playing Steph more than say 34 minutes a game. I'm really not. And you know, all year long, we're gonna watch Steve Kerr buy minutes, buy minutes, buy minutes. I'm cool with that, right? But at the same time, bro, they need to solidify a solid 10-man rotation, bro. Like cut
Right.
off two of them, cut whoever you need to cut off, but they need to have some type of consistency in there, because I don't think they have any type of consistency. You know what I'm saying? But at the
Yeah.
same time, you know, like the starters, like this two guard experiment. Let me put it this way: the two guard, Lindy, Moody, Melton, Potts, whoever, right? You see when they do that that thing that they're doing. One, it's just the two guard spot right now is just an excuse so Steve Kerr can play his extended minutes, or he can play his extended bench, right? It's almost like a stopgap position that he's using it as, right? Because
Like a filler.
it's like a filler spot, you know what I'm saying? So you know what? Like then I'm gonna bring on this guy in this spot. Like it's annoying, bro. Like it's super annoying.
Okay, and another
So
question I got. Just one more, because we were in I was in a playback earlier with some of the mass community, and we were just like Steph early on. He just like, I haven't seen the ball not be in Steph's hand as much as like this year, and so like early on, it felt like he just, I don't know, it felt like he was just like really blending in, and I'm
That's
not
the motion. That is the motion offense. That's what he does to begin
that's the,
every game when they run the motion.
every game. Okay, and so like, do you feel like having so many people touch the ball and run the offense
Is dumb. It's dumb.
Okay,
You have the
okay.
greatest
I wanted to
offensive
know.
weapon on the planet,
That
and the
okay,
guy's
okay. See, that
taking
makes
2
sense.
shots
Okay.
after
I
11 minutes
thought
of play, right? That's stupid.
I thought I was tripping, bro. Like, as somebody like I'm like, man, like Steph really is like, because you guys are Warriors fans. Like, I don't really watch him. I mean, it's Steph Curry. Like, he's to me the greatest PG ever. And but like I watch, but I don't watch him in depth like you guys do. And so like when I see him in an offense for once that's like, okay, there's a lot of people like touching the ball, initiating the offense, and he's just like really just blending in.
He's chilling.
And I see Lindy Waters, I'm just like do you guys feel like so from your perspective, do you feel like it's a good thing that you're sort of saving Steph's sort of like legs a bit?
No, it's not.
Well,
The
well,
way
here's
you
the thing.
save his legs is by having him be aggressive so that they could do what they did against the Memphis Grizzlies, which is to get the team out of there by the third quarter. And then Steph Curry can rest in the fourth quarter if things are going really well. If things are not going really well, you need to make sure that you use them properly and enough to ensure that you get the victory that you're supposed to get. And if you're not doing that, well, you didn't do your job to make sure that the team has the highest chance of winning this game and took it really casually. So I don't know if Tony, if that's you speaking, but you recognize that problem immediately. If you watch this team play like 20 games and that's all they do, man, welcome to clown world. That's what I've been living for the last few years, is what they do with this crazy ass offense that takes Steph Curry out of being what he's supposed to be, which is the GOAT, not off the ball for a chunk of the game. And even against the Grizzlies, right? Okay, they executed better offensively. Well, on both ends, let's say. So he didn't have to do too much offensively, but he only shot two. He played 11 minutes in the first quarter of that game and took 2 shots. Tell me that's not idiotic.
That's why my eyebrows were raised. I couldn't I didn't know if this was a normal thing. If this was like a
no,
sort
Steve
of like
Kerr. Yeah, Steve Kerr has brainwashed like the world into thinking that this is the shit and this is the way or some shit like this. It's stupid. We literally just saw in the first 10 games what happens when Steph Curry is on the ball, uses high screens, taking advantage of mismatches against the other team's bigs, and they take over. They dominate. The other team loses confidence, momentum, and the Warriors just look like a notch above them.
Oh yeah,
Jim, talk to me about the defense. Hold on.
Yeah, I seen it.
Hold on, Jim.
I seen it in the
Talk to me about the defense tonight, because I'm telling you, they lost the game defensively. I get that the game was 99-102 or whatever, but fuck, bro. Like, James Harden should not have 16 assists, dog. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a really poor.
Bro, he took 15 shots. He had 12 points.
Urkel, remember what I said? There are games where you have your defensive principles, right? But game by game, some shit goes down. You have to make adjustments in that game. So, you know what I'm saying? Right? So, right. It's like if the shoe, I think I said this a day or, a few days back. When the other team is going off, well, you got to start limiting the amount of help that you send. And you have to be mindful of who you're helping off of. If you're helping off of, remember when Clay was going off, I'm just like, why are you sagging off of him? That's stupid, right? And then tonight, it's like, well, this team is going off from the three-point line and they're not stopping. So don't keep doing something if it's not working, make an adjustment. Hey, James Harden is shooting like shit. How about we just switch those and see if he can actually score like the old James Harden and see if he can punish us. If he can, well, then we have a problem. But that hadn't been a problem. He wasn't playing well at all. And I'm telling you, he's shooting 34% from the field on the season.
There's a reason why he's doing that, bro. Like, Jim,
speaking on
Jim, the first step is not there anymore, right? Like that. Hold on. That James Harden first step is not there anymore, bro. But the know-how and the skill is still there. There was a point in time where that first step used to fucking terrorize people. Now, like he's an older player and all of this stuff, and it's just not the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, they need to do just a better job at guarding that, right? And what annoyed me is that I watched the last game and I was just annoyed by the last game. And, are we taking these games seriously or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, we were up big, bro, and the game annoyed me, right? So I came into this game and I was like, I hope these motherfuckers take this game seriously. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't.
And they did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they absolutely didn't, because there's no fucking way that the same thing is going to beat you again. Literally the same thing beat them
It's
again.
the same game.
On repeat. Literally, bro.
It's how you also lost the game the first time. Only this time, I guess. Oh, Steph didn't get hurt. I guess that's the difference.
And by the way, when you execute better offensively, that also gives you an opportunity to play better defense. It's when you miss shots, the other team gets out on transition, and then your defense kind of breaks, right? So you have to
Yeah.
be better offensively. What did the Clippers run a very healthy amount of when it comes to their offense? A bunch of pick and fucking rolls. Yes or no? What the fuck are the Warriors doing?
Like speaking on this game specifically, watching the game as a fan, I was like, at times I was getting upset at the players turning over the ball and stuff. But like coming into the spaces and like really analyzing the game, listening to you guys speak and stuff like that, I really realized that this game is a coaching loss. This game is more on the coaching staff not being prepared rather than the players, because we already played the Clippers and we lost the game the same way. We know that James Harden is diminished. He's not the scoring threat he is anymore. So, and his assist is up the whole year. So we know that is how they run the offense. But yet still, we went into the game with this over-helping type of mentality and didn't come out of it until the game was down to the crux. And that is what ended up cost us the game. So I would put this loss more on Steve Kerr, even Jerry Stackhouse, because he's the defensive coordinator of the team. I would put it more on the coaches than the players. And when it comes to the broad thing of the whole season, I think when it comes to free throws, because these guys need to start hitting free throws. If Steph isn't at the line, I put everybody else at 50%. They're gonna score one and they're gonna miss one if Steph isn't at the line.
You guys
So
need to
free throw.
It's 66.
you guys need to expect bad
Free-
free throw shooting this entire season. You know why? Because
Free-
outside of let's not even count Lindy Waters, okay? Outside of Steph Curry and Buddy Hield, the next best free throw shooter is Andrew Wiggins at 71%. Everybody is lower than 71%. Literally everybody in rotation is worse than 71% from the free throw line. So there's no way to get consistent free throw shooting unless it's just Steph and Buddy going there all day, which doesn't happen. So this is what it is. They got to live with this unless again, like I said, they can consolidate some of these pieces that makes more sense in terms of maybe a guy that can get to the line and actually hit the free throws, right? So these are some of the things that they need to look at where they need to clean up, where they need to improve, because this free throw
wasn't
shit
this
is
game,
not
Jim.
changing. I'm telling you.
Jim, Jim, it wasn't this game, but I watched Moody get fouled a few games ago. He had 3 free throws, and I'm like,
He made one.
you made 1 of 3. I was like, bro, seriously, come
Watts
on,
had
man.
1 too today. He made 1 of 3 too.
I was like, dog, come on, bro. This is not the WNBA, man. Like let's
dude,
relax,
You got
dog.
you have
NBA players. They gotta
fucking
make the free throws,
Steph
bro.
Curry on your
Just crazy.
team. How are you the worst free throw shooting team in the league?
Well,
By
you know-
far, sub
well, you know-
70%, by the way.
Well, you know,
How is
Steph
that
doesn't
considered
get.
acceptable by NBA standards?
Well, Steph doesn't get free throws, so since everybody else
Which
are
says
the
a
ones
lot
that are
more
getting
then.
fouls, bro, they gotta practice free throws, bro. Y'all gotta go back to basics, bro. This doesn't make sense, bro. We shouldn't be this bad from the line, bro. Nobody's even guarding you, bro. Just shoot a fucking free throw.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on,
personally,
players
like,
they
yeah,
have.
personally,
They
I think
have a
that
bunch of bad free throw shooters.
That's where-
That just is what it
We
is.
actually shot better last year. Like even Kaminga and Co. They were shooting like 75, 77%.
Yeah,
Now they're
Kuminga
back
was
down
shooting
to
75% from the free
Yeah.
throw line last season. All of a sudden, he's shooting 63%. What is
Yeah.
that? What's that
Bro,
about?
there's no excuse for
The
that.
bad
man.
free throw shooting
And-
should be limited to your bigs. Your
and he
other
got
guys,
better
your
at
wing
the
players, they
three-point.
should be efficient. And if they're not, well, that's a flaw on your team.
He got
So that
better
is
on the
what it is.
3-point and then
Watching-
worse at the free throws, man. How do you do that?
I 100% feel like the only reason you guys lost was free throws. Just watching it, because the turnover
Thank
battle,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
as
It's one
as,
of the
no,
momentum
like,
as well.
as messy as the turnovers looked, I mean, the turnover battle was pretty even. Like even the points off turnovers was 30.
They
and
had
30.
less turnovers than the Clippers.
And
actually.
by the
I
way,
mean, it was all pretty even. I just feel like I really just watching that game, because I watched it start to finish. Those free throws, like, and I'm not even a Warriors fan, they were infuriating. Like, I just hate missed free throws, and I hate. It's why, like, missing 10 free throws. I think that's literally like where the game was lost. In my
Bro, they were
Steph Curry
front
took
rim.
0 free throws tonight. Buddy Hield took 0 free throws tonight. They're 2 best free throw shooters. Like I said, everybody is 71% and under after those 2 guys. So this is to be expected. They have to overcome this with better decisions from the coaching staff. And if you want Steph Curry to get to the line more, well, he's got to be on the ball. If he's off the ball all day, how the hell is he going to get to the free throw line? It gives him more of an opportunity to attack when he's actually on the ball. So that's an added factor as well.
To be fair, he doesn't even get calls even if he's on the ball. So
Yeah, but he
And
won't get zero.
and question, I'm asking genuinely, do we have a problem with how the game ended like the last shot? Because Lindy had an open 3-pointer in the corner and he swung the ball to Draymond at the top of the 3-point line for
well,
some
first of
unknown
all,
reason.
that
He was getting
possession should have
swarmed.
never
So
even happened in the first place because for godforsaken, I don't even know how they ended up getting that ball anyways. And it was honestly just a chaotic possession out of a steal, to be honest with you.
Steph was getting swarmed. So
Steph
I
got
because I
triple teamed.
overreacted
What else
too
do you
when it
want him to
happened.
do? Shoot it over 3 people?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
overreacted,
what I
bro.
don't
Like he was
understand.
getting swarmed.
Lindy got the ball in the corner. He swung it to Draymond at the top of the 3-point line. Steph has, everybody knows, once Draymond has the ball, he's looking for one person. So Draymond has the ball, 3-person goes to Steph, and he still throws the ball to Steph.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, it was like I said, it was a chaotic possession. Like it was just essentially improvisation at that point, like just fast firing at that point. You like decision. You got to make a fast decision, man. Time was running down when nothing was happening yet, and they missed the first shot. They actually got the offensive rebound over Zubac, funnily enough. So, and Draymond ended up with the ball in his hands.
But given, even though it's not the, even though it's not the best,
you have a live grenade in your hands at that point. So
even though it's not the best of outcomes, Draymond is shooting a pretty decent 3-point percentage this year. So I'm thinking him getting the ball so wide open at the 3-point line, he could have taken that shot.
No.
I actually don't think he even expected to be that open.
Honestly, watching it, I think that was Wiggins' shot.
Yeah.
Wiggins was in the paint. He was the one that hustled the rebound.
No, bro, I'm talking about the second time when Draymond actually, because Draymond thought the ball was gonna go out of bounds, but then he saw it stayed in bounds and he got it.
And then Wiggins got the ball, yes. But then
he swung it.
The smart thing to do then.
The smart
thing to do then, Wiggins should have called timeout. They had one left. They should have reset.
No, they should have passed it to Wiggins and he should have hit the shot. Because Wiggins just literally hit the last 3 they hit was Wiggins.
That too. That could also work.
Like,
well, Wiggins got the ball out his hands super fast,
but there was nobody else at the rim to meet him.
Yeah, because it's to get it to Steph, but then Steph was there.
Steph got swarmed. He got triple teamed.
Hold on, Lindy. If you watch, Lindy and GP2 are literally shoulder to shoulder beside each other.
Exactly.
If Lindy gets that ball,
bro, Wiggins is right there. He's
even when GP2 takes the shot, you see Steph pointing at Lindy because he wanted Lindy to take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were in each other's way, so you got to do what you got to do, and that was just unfortunate. Wrong place at the wrong time. I can't even blame GP for that one.
I don't know. I think Wiggins was wide open on the wing. They could have. If Steph could even swung it across the court to him, he was so fucking wide open.
All 3 of them were open. Lindy, GP2, and Wiggins. All 3 of them were open.
Even before that, Draymond was.
Well, they're kind of open for a reason, no?
Bro, Draymond was open.
Exactly.
I mean, other than Steph, who else is a 3-point shooting threat out there that really sort of?
I think Wiggs hits that shit. I think Wiggs hits it personally. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think
GP2 kind of just snatched the ball from somebody else and he took it.
It was it was either him or Lindy. They were like literally right next to each other.
So I seen Steve Kerr say that Steve Kerr said that he was glad GP2 took the shot with so much conviction, and I tend to agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I hate seeing is just guys just hesitating on shots. You know what I'm saying? So if that's a silver lining, and I like silver linings, he was confident taking a shot. So I never want to see guys like hesitate on shots. You ever see like when a guy's on a LeBron team before and they take a shot and then Bron glares at him because they missed a shot? That's the last thing I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Take the fucking shot, bro. So I'm actually okay with it. It is what it is. It wasn't lost on the last play. They did tighten up in that fourth quarter. They went down 10, you know what I'm saying, and they had a chance to tie the game. So they did tighten up, but I think we need to chill on, we probably just need to cut this lineup down a little bit, bro. At some point, they need to cut it down. You know,
I mean,
It's-
hilariously enough, if you think about it, we had 2 key guys out, and Steve still ended up playing 11 dudes.
yeah, it's wild.
I mean,
It's
do you
wild.
think it's just a regular season thing? Because I don't think Steve would do this in the playoffs, would he?
I would hope not, bro. But you never know.
Well,
That would be
if
maddening.
you know Steve like we do as Warriors fans, we've seen him do some wild fucking shit.
Bro, it
So
took him.
it wouldn't
I
be-
I I
You
think
think he's
Yeah,
not
sorry,
I
qualified
sorry.
in
think
the playoffs?
I think if he goes the season and it in his eyes the numbers are whatever he sees is showing him say it works, I think he would do it in the playoff.
Yeah.
100%.
That would be crazy.
That would be idiotic, honestly.
That's a rough one, though, man. I mean, just kind of just watching tonight. You know, like there's factors I watched for, or that I always watch for in the game. You know, and it's overhelping, and I've been concerned about the overhelping for a while, and I think at some point we just need to figure out like how the fuck are we going to stop overhelping?
well, the
Like
overhelp has
Since
to start with knowing your
last year,
personnel
Irk, it's
also.
been a problem since last year. That was one of our main problems
Yeah.
defensively last year. And it's
I
still
thought they
going
got better this year, but like
Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
I would say like the last 4 or 5 games, the
They're going
overhelping
back
has
to
gotten
the
worse and worse and
version.
worse,
Yeah,
right? So
it is.
Since OKC.
yeah, like that's
And they're giving non-shooters wide open shots to just take a second, go, and then hit it. Like today,
yeah.
they had freaking Chris Dunn, who's been shooting horrible from 3 today, had multiple 3-pointers open. And I'm like, bro, why? Why are you overhelping off a guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
We are leaving Batum and then Coffee and this guy, this fucker who always shows up, Powell, open on threes every time Harden crashes into the paint, and you're giving him free assist, and that's not how you'll win ever.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I mean, Norman Powell is having almost a career year.
Yeah, P,
so
you're right, bro.
him hitting that shit isn't surprising to me.
Even if he wasn't having a career year, he would have dropped 25 plus on our head anyway. He always does that. I don't know how he does that.
When
He
I was in
always does that.
playback, like the last game, and I was like, we were rewatching the game and whatnot, right? I kept on highlighting the overhelping, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, overhelp. You know what I'm saying? And I was just pointing it out every single time. And I was like, this is not the same James Harden, you know what I'm saying? Like that first step is gone, you know what I'm saying? So
They were collapsing on him like he was 27.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, he's not that kind of a scorer
like
anymore.
they gave him way too much respect tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I would rather him score 30 than him have 16 assists. I swear to God,
Also,
bro.
we actually defended him better the previous time we played and lost. Like at home,
Yeah.
we defended him better. This time it was just manic, and we didn't have Looney, so we
Yeah.
didn't even have someone to come in.
That's literally what I'm saying.
But
But hold
Urkel,
on.
sometimes it get to a point where the players on the court can like make the decision to be like, this is not working, because there was a quick shot when they were analyzing on the TV, and there were 4 persons. It was Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, Lindy Waters, and I think it was Moses Moody. All 4 of them were in the paint. None of y'all are blocking James Harden's shot, even if he takes the shot. And 2, he's gonna draw the foul anyways. So there's no reason for 4 of y'all to be in the paint.
Yeah,
and
That's the thing I'm saying too. And also,
Go ahead.
all can agree. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. We all can agree that Curry has been a plus defender all year. We have to, at some point, be able to trust him on defense. He was clamping up Harden tonight. There's literally no, I'll live with that matchup. He was literally locking Harden up all night.
Even on the stretch too.
Yeah, like he's literally been a plus defender. We gotta trust him on defense. But yeah, you could continue. That's all
Where
I
do
have
you
to
think
say.
the overhelping came from? Like
Overhelping came from because they just didn't know
Glove
personnel. They didn't know KYP.
You know,
Well, in the first half it was kind of Zubac, but it was mostly Harden.
Okay, so Zubac, if you double him and do all that shit and like leave a shooter, that I could understand because they didn't have Loon tonight, and that was a big miss.
Bro, let me tell you
because, like,
something. It's
But
one.
Hughes learned to throw at
They're
Zubac.
overhelping off of Batum.
It's one thing when you rotate and all of that stuff, but bro, dudes were just wide open, dog, wide
I
open.
th- I think what the Clipper I think what the Clippers did. I think what the Clippers did, they had James Harden and Norman Powell on one side majority of the time, and the overhelping stupidly was coming from Terrence Mann and who was it? Terrence Mann and somebody else, and I think it was Coffee side of the court. And majority of the time they would swing the ball, and then somebody would just be running at the top of the 3-point line, 3-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean they overhelped on none too in the third quarter.
And what makes it worse when they're helping, there is not a lot of communication because when we cut the game to 3 points and I think Clippers called the timeout, James Harden came down the court and Andrew Wiggins was in the middle of the key, and for a second he was lost because nobody communicated to him, and then he double teamed James Harden last minute, and James Harden got the ball out of his hands. Nobody was communicating on that play. So the game could have literally ended right there if I think Terrence Mann made the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here's the thing with I'm not necessarily like that mad at the overhelping. It's who they're overhelping off of. Like you gotta, if you're gonna overhelp, you gotta like.
Well, listen,
They
man.
clearly did.
Listen.
Yeah.
I watched them overhelp off of Derrick Jones Jr. That's who you probably want to help off of, right? And he
Well,
burned us,
the
bro.
problem, Urkel, the problem is Derrick Jones Jr. is actually shooting pretty well from three, so that's not a good idea to
That's what I'm saying, though. You gotta watch the scouting report. You can't be helping off of people.
AYP, know your personnel.
Yeah, you gotta pick who you overhelp from.
Non-Steph Curry shooters. I'm looking at Manu tweet. Non-Steph Curry shooters are shooting 64%. The fuck is this, man?
From the free throw line.
From the free throw line, 64%.
How is that considered acceptable?
That's not acceptable. What the fuck are we doing, bro?
You're dead last in the league. You're worse than the Milwaukee Bucks from the free throw line.
Are these guys trying to like fucking make free throws?
Like I said, the next shoot around, lock them motherfuckers in the gym. You cannot leave. You cannot go to your Lambo. You can't go to whatever car you drive until you hit 100 straight free throws, bro. Just go back to fucking basics. Come on, man.
And mind you, like I said, Kuminga's getting a line more and he's shooting worse.
Bro, they were front rimming free